Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or we gonna go with Gian. Y'all, this is like the fourth time I'm trying to get this man name right. Bluford. Bluford. Yes, thank you, Jesus. It's the first. Who was the first Black astronaut, and Linda Toll, who's his wife. So, Gian Stewart Bulford, Jr., PhD, was born November 22nd, 1942. He's an American aerospace engineer, a retired U.S. Air Force officer and fighter pilot, and a former NASA astronaut, who was the first African-American in space. Before becoming an astronaut, he was an officer in the U.S. Air Force, where he remained there until assigned to NASA, rising to rank of colonel. He participated in 4 space shuttle flights between 1983 and 1992. In 1983, a member of the crew of the Orbiter Challenger on his mission STS-8. He became the first African-American in space, as well as the second person of African ancestry in space after Cuban cosmonaut Armando Tomeo Mendez. He married Linda in 1964 and has 2 sons, a junior and James. Woo, y'all understand how rough it was for us to get that one out. We went to Google Translate and everything. Gian. And like we kept hitting it and letting Surrey say it until we said it too.
Naomi couldn't say it.
I surely couldn't. And also shout out to hit it again.
Gian.
One more time. Gian. So that's what we. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Thank you, Niram, because we wanted to put respect on his name. And shout out to woke ass Tam and Nestle Denny for getting us together, because you know Niram kept saying ain't no more black love exists. Niram was just dumbfounded other couples, and I was like, no, Niram, we were doing more like mainstream folks, celebrities, more, you know, more popular opinion type folks. I was like, we just need to do more digging and do more history. And Niram was like, nope, ain't no black love. Nobody who's successful with married black. I said, wait a damn minute. Niram a lie. And then what Tam and Den showed us.
I'm done.
Tons of black love.
I'm done.
And you know, this was a new one to me too, because you know, I always thought McNair. But he was just on the, whatchamacallit, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. Was it the Challenger?
Yep.
That exploded? So I don't know why I always think he one of the first ones, but that is true. I do remember hearing about someone else. First of all, just what was it to be the type, I'm not going to call him a Negro, the African-American, to be an astronaut, right? An aerospace engineer. Mind you, no, we still in the 80s. I went too long ago. But still, like what that would be, or what is it to be his partner, his wife, when he be like, yeah, baby, I'm going to go into space.
Well, we're about to see, because, you know, like that new movie that's about to come out.
What?
So you need to just say goodbye to your fucking kids then, nigga.
Who said that? In the movie, or is that your line?
In the movie.
What movie are you talking about?
With the white astronauts that's about to come out.
All astronauts are white.
The movie that's coming out like this weekend.
Oh, that is not on Nyambi's radar. Ever since.
And the white woman was like, well, say goodbye to your kids then, because we don't know if you're coming back. So I imagine putting in a black version. Nigga, say bye to your daddy.
You know what?
That nigga might not come back. That nigga going outside to play with them aliens.
Did you say going outside to play with the aliens? What's wrong with you? Actually, I haven't seen, except before Hidden Figures, the last space-driven movie I seen was Apollo 13. That's not something they tell us little brown kids to want to go do. To go be NASA and be astronaut. To be astronauts. I didn't mean to go be NASA. Actually, we're not too far from NASA out here either.
Let me tell these niggas what we say.
Ooh. You silly. Edit that out.
Nope.
But you know, because it's also one, what's the one in Florida?
Huh?
Cape Canaveral? I'm talking about this nigga don't know nothing about space. Don't know nothing about the stars, because you know it's different bases and stuff all over the country. Okay, I just thought it was unique
It is unique.
How do you even be a supportive partner in that type of job?
I told you. Kids say bye to your daddy, then nigga going outside to play with the aliens.
Because it's different, right? It's different than being like a police officer or a firefighter. Like I think that's very because the threat's real, but the threat is very. Like it's a little bit more tangible than like going into space, right? Like that takes a level of love and transparency and surrender that I don't know if most have.
Oh shit! Somebody calling us.
You know what? This whole Wednesday.
Should we answer it?
Answer it.
Let's see.
Who is this? Hello.
Hello.
What?
Who is this?
Answer. We recording right now.
Who is this?
This is Nessie hiding.
Oh, what up, Nessie? You in the closet hiding and shit? What time at?
I'm in the closet. Uh-oh. I see woke 10 on something.
Oh, shit.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, look, you gonna be on the show. We
We
recording right
recording
now.
right now. So you're going to be on the show. What you want to say?
I just want to tell everybody on Black North Matter podcast, stay beautiful, stay gorgeous. You guys, do that love. Do that love.
Thank you, and thank you for sending us the name. We was just talking about what's the name, Nero? Gian. Gian. And astronauts. And Nero was talking about, we don't know much about space.
We don't. We don't know a damn thing about space.
Well, we know about space because, we went to school in the Space Rocket Center,
Okay.
Oh,
So,
shit.
of course, that's all we know about black folks in science.
Oh, shit. I know that's
We
right.
nerdy.
I know that's right.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to the people before I let you go?
I want to tell everybody to be good and, Narum, go ahead and let Narum be speaking. Narum, go ahead and listen to your man.
All right.
It's all love.
Yes.
This is hating ass nephew. Find out before woke ass Tam come get me.
All right, then.
Take it easy.
All right.
Y'all be good.
Yeah, bye.
What? My mom gonna be like, what in the ghetto is we doing here? Come on, we got to get focused. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 188.
Hey, happy Friday. It is Friday. Can y'all tell? I feel like my energy off. We might need to sage the house.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. Hopefully, damn, I might as well cut off this damn Skype because niggas gonna keep calling in and shit. But I was trying to have it open so I had the voicemails ready because you always getting on my damn head.
Yeah.
And once I do have the voicemails
Okay,
ready,
Nero.
look what happened.
Save it for the therapist.
Niggas be calling.
Save it for the therapist.
Keep calling, niggas.
Yeah,
follow us.
We done forgot.
Follow us. Black Love Matters on all forms of social media. That's Black with no K. What else? 5-star rating reviews, niggas. It's fucking Friday. You know what it is. Shout out Friday.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Be sure to leave those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating reviews. And y'all niggas who got Apple Podcasts,
Enough niggas.
all y'all got to do is hit that search button, type in Black Love Matters, scroll down until you see the reviews, and then write your review. And then if it don't go in, you got to change the name. Because Apple don't let y'all niggas know that you got to change the name if it don't go through the first time. So put like a number or a symbol or something like that afterwards. And then your review will go through. But what they don't tell them, I wish they would. I wish they'd let the people know, like, that name was already taken.
Did you submit it to the
Yes, I did.
Oh.
So you have a check-in? You got an update?
Niram is on 1,000. I'm not sure if y'all can tell, but he is on 1,000. I don't have much of a check-in. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's been a long 2 weeks at work for me, and I actually get maybe this weekend a few days of rest, and then I begin traveling next week. Later at the end of the week, I have a presentation to give, and then that following week, I'm actually going back to Michigan. That's when I was originally supposed to go, so I'm going to be spending a week in Michigan. But no worries. We're still going to do some recording, so y'all still going to hear from us and all that good stuff. So I'm mentally trying to get in the space for that. Then after that, I have someone who's coming to visit for a few days. Like, I think the very next day I get back from Michigan, they're coming in like the day after. So
Hold up. Who the fuck coming here?
You'll see.
You ain't telling me about no visitor.
Niram, stop being brand new.
Who is this visitor?
We'll talk about it off air.
Oh, hell, let me get my gun.
Oh, Lord. So, but mentally preparing for that and mentally getting in the right space. Y'all know the evaluations that I've been working on and I've been trying to do. They're finally at the point where I got to present it to folks. So that's happening all next week. So I'm just trying to get in the appropriate headspace. So, I work with a lot of high achieving young professionals and, a lot of them just getting out of like undergrad or grad degrees, so they're still used to grades and they still think grades mean things. So in their head they just want an A. So it's going to be a lot of conversations on you did good, but you didn't get an A. So I don't know how much they gonna like Nayams after this. I think the majority, I think, gonna take it in stride, right? But I think some of them really gonna have a problem because some of them get hung up on. But is it an A? Or why ain't the best? Or like we'll say things like, for example, critical thinking is something we gauge on, for example. And they be like, I critically think, well, maybe that's not a good one. Let's do problem solving, right? They be like, oh, like on problem scoring, I gave you did good, right? Not great, not excellent, but good. And mind you, I didn't say you didn't do it or you don't meet it, just good. And they'll be like, but I problem solve every day. Well, you little niggas, don't you realize there's levels to the problem solving game? If your problem solving is just prioritizing your emails, that's not high level problem solving.
Oh, I was going to say put paper in a printer.
Like, and that's what they're not getting. They're just like, it's checking the box mentality. Well, I solved, this was the problem today and I solved it. And it's like, no, we're thinking about higher level stuff and then when you get to the higher level stuff, they was like, but higher level stuff, what you want me to solve? Well, if I had to fucking tell you what to solve, that's not high, that ain't problem solving. That's task execution.
What's the difference?
One is one that you think intuitively from yourself. That you use your cells, your brain cells, and your critical thinking power to do. And that's the thing. Like, we're not asking them to do this in a week, right? Like, it's okay to take a year and a half to get to the level where, you know, with the job they're doing or the expertise they're at, like for them to get to the level of an expert, right? Like, we're not saying we wanted to do in 2 weeks. They're trying to tell themselves they can get done in 2 weeks. Like, they don't understand problem solving and critical thinking is not something you can study for. And it's hard to explain someone. Like, you can't just study like, oh, this is how I problem solve it. Like, it's something, it's a muscle. It's something you have to grow, develop, and cultivate. Period. And it's something that you get through experience.
I agree.
And nothing else. So I'm trying to mentally get in the right mind space to have that conversation more times than needed. Because, you know, the first 2 times you be rolling. But by 3, 4, 5, you just be like, this is not what you need. You ain't doing this good. I'm trying not to be a recreation of the episode of Office when they be like, you meet the satisfactory, thank you. Do you know did I show you that?
No.
I was dying. So I'm preparing for that at work. And then also I found another show for y'all. Y'all ready for this shit? It's called A Million Little Things. And it's on ABC's. And it's giving motherfucking This Is Us a run for its gosh darn money. I'd be like, what did Black Guy Who Tips? This too much? Well, A Million Little Things? Shit, I don't even know what to rename this. Give me some money, right? I don't know.
What?
Because you're thinking the money. I don't know. Never mind. Maybe that's what I thought when I thought of it. But what is it about? It's kind of following these 4 groups of friends. These 4 friends, these 4 guys. And I like it that's from the male perspective. They're in their, 40s?
Yeah, middle age.
We're not far.
I know.
In their 40s, right? And everyone's kind of at different places in their life, but they're not like childhood, high school friends or anything. They're kind of serendipitous friends, which also I think is unique, right? Because a lot of times some of your longer term friends come from your earlier childhood, and there's very few friends you have kind of from when you're middle age, right? So I think they met them in like their 30s or 20s or something, and they like met on this elevator, and ever since then they kind of just been friends. And like I would say everyone for the most part in their family is successful, right? Air quote successful, meaning everyone got a house, they got some kids, right? Like, everyone seems to have money. I'm poor Black, right? So if we can just establish those things, they have them. However, as the story unfolds, like people are onions, the rose-colored shades come off. So it's one Black man in there. What's that Black man name?
I don't know.
He looked familiar. I want to say he that the Tory brothers.
No, he from.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The Tory brothers. That's what he looked
Think
like.
Like a Man.
Yeah, he from the. Nigga, don't. Neum is hunching up his shoulders like I'm just supposed to know these things.
Nigga from Think Like a Man.
Didn't he look like the Tory brothers though?
No.
Okay, but can you find a Think Like a Man, his real name? But he's a Black man in it, and it's also another Black woman who looked like Beth. In it. But anywho, it's these 4 guys, and the opening scene is they all get caught because the one that they assume, air quote, the strongest friend, right? So the friend who really got their shit together, allegedly him and his wife still love each other, kids, right? Like really got their shit together. Like don't forget birthdays, always there. He kills himself and commits suicide. And so that's how they're all brought back together. And from there, the story just begins to unfold. The other T I'll get, no, I ain't gonna give nothing else. Because I don't want to break up the first episode.
Romano.
His,
Malcolm.
what?
Romano Malcolm.
Romano Malcolm is the black man in there, and it's a pretty diverse class. So it's Romano Malcolm, and he had a black wife. I mean, it's a couple. You know, the white people there have really warm skin, very olive skin.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? You know, it's very warm colored white people. You know, you've seen some shows that you be like, oh, these white people are very harsh, like very alabaster. That's not this crew. Like, they're very warm olive tone, like Greek, Italian. Like, they have other ethnicities, undertones in their skin. So I think I feel a little bit more welcomed here. What you looking near them? You don't know what I mean by that?
No, I don't. But I learned
compared to alabaster colored people. You know who alabaster?
Who?
You know alabaster? What is it? Cask?
What?
The Game of Thrones.
Gotcha.
They're very alabaster. They're very harsh white.
They pale, like you can see through them. Gotcha.
They're very, you know, I don't know, right? And that's my own things I have to work through. But there's a lot more olive skinned people on this one, and I'm nope. Not doing that.
It come on Wednesdays at 10.
You're cutting me off.
10 p.m. 9 Central.
We recommend y'all watch it. I'm going to give y'all, it's been on for like 5 or 6 weeks. I'm only on like the second episode, and I'm about to go ahead and binge these last 5 once it's been out, and I'm going and spoiling everything next week. So I'll give you niggas this weekend a chance to catch up, but it's juicy, and I'm here for it. And it's the messiness of friends, right? And I think one of the lines that stood out to me, a couple of lines that stood out to me is like when the friend passed, they were just talking to each other like, who the fuck are we? We're just sitting here swigging dark liquor. We don't know who the fuck we are. We don't know shit about each other. We got our fucking friends committed suicide, and he was the one who had his shit together out of all of us. What the fuck is going on? All you niggas is fake. And is that a word? I think he said we haven't talked, and he was like, what are you talking about? We get together every week. He was like, yes, we get together, but do we talk? Do we even? He's like, we know each other better when we first got to know each other than where we're at right now. Jesus. And something else that it talked about too was this idea of relationships and how in a relationship, someone's the flower and somebody's the gardener. So relationships are like gardeners, and somebody's always the flower and someone's the gardener. And knowing when to flip those roles. What you thought about that, Nirams?
I thought that was an interesting concept.
Do you think it applies to us? Who's who now?
I'm the gardener and you the flower.
Why would you say that?
Because that's what I am. I'm gardening. You know, I'm Nero. That's what Nero means, to be gardening out here.
No, Nero means to cultivate. So that would make you the flower.
No, I'm out here cultivating your ass.
Okay.
And that's why I'm the gardener.
Keep them lifted. But overall, it's just a really good show, and it challenges mental health. I think about Nadifa when I think about this show, because she always tells us we have secrets. Me and Nia have secrets. I mean, I don't think me and Nia have secrets. I think we just don't share everything. But even as friends, like, I think one of the things was like, how do we've been friends for over 12 years and talk to each other every week. How the fuck did we get a hint? Or outside of even the suicide, like a lot of the friends now are like, one friend is super sick, another friend's having an affair, like, and they're like, no one knew. And they're like, why the fuck you hiding it from us? Like, I don't care you having, like, I care you having an affair, but I ain't gonna leave you, right? Like, tis, but I'm gonna move on, right? And there's some other juice going on, like other people sleeping with other friends' wives, like, and as I'm older now, I can absolutely see it happening. I think if I watched this a little younger, I'm like, oh man, you know, bro, woman code, don't be disrespectful. But I'm like, yeah, I can see how that can happen. What about you? What you think, Nirams?
No, I really think that you don't know your people like you think you know.
Come
On some real shit.
And it made me want to call all my friends and just come with a list of deep questions. Have you had suicidal thoughts or ideations?
Yes.
Are you fucking around on your partner?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How happy on you on a scale of 1 to 10?
5.
Do you like your children?
Don't have none.
Like, you know, it's just some stuff you want to just make clear. Have you seen a therapist?
Yep.
Are you current with your therapist?
No.
Have you went to the doctors?
Yeah.
See, it's just like questions that you would think friends would know, just bypass, but no, you need to dig down into it. But I think it's an excellent show. So again, A Million Little Things. Go ahead and watch that pilot. Y'all gonna be hooked too. All right, Nero, what's going on with you?
Ain't nothing really going on with me. I'm over here getting prepared for New York City Marathon. So shout out to all the rest of the listeners that's gonna be out there. NYC is coming up in like less than 12 days. Like, the shit is coming up real
Yeah,
fast.
I know, it's crazy.
You all right over there?
Yeah, y'all
You
know
fighting
every
with the
day,
microphone?
every time I record, it's doing something with this microphone.
You over here fighting with the microphone?
I'm trying to get it close.
Oh,
Come on here.
shucks. But what I was saying, yeah, I'm getting prepared for New York City, so super excited. I just lost train of my thought. I'm getting ready for New York City. That's all I got going on. I am doing my last little bit of training. I'm doing like the last little bit of like taking care of any like nagging injuries and things of that sort. So going to see PT, going to get some massages, getting some cryotherapy, all that other good stuff. And then other than that, I'm just kind of laying low. You know, my article that I put out, damn, what was that, Monday? That shit is at like 40,000 downloads or 40,000 views. So, you know, the trolls are really out now. So I got tired of just like fighting them niggas. So I'm just laying low. That's all I got.
Why you put energy into it? That's why you the flower.
Because it was fun at first, but it's like, all
never
right, this
fun.
shit is exhausting. Like, it's like day 5. I'm like, all right, this shit
You know
is
that ain't
exhausting.
fun.
It is fun. Because I can say, like, fuck you, your mama, and all
What?
type of shit. Like, yeah.
You and I ain't gonna say her name. Y'all get too much of a kick out of that. And now what's her sign?
I don't know.
Y'all signs that drains my energy. Like that's why, and I love the Black Love Matters community. I can barely read comments of any even positive. I just got to say real neutral. Be aware of energy suckers.
Naomi don't read not a single comment. I'm the one that reads everything.
I read when it's on Shout Out Friday.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. I'm just giving y'all life wisdom.
Oh.
Child, y'all keep reading it.
Oh, I'm done reading it. I'm just saying, like, you know, the first couple of days was fun, but now, you know, it didn't hit everywhere. So, or just about everywhere. So it didn't hit pretty much all the running forums. And now it's in Reddit. Mm-hmm. So it's just like waves. So it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
So it's out there. I'm waiting on ESPN and Runner's World and all the other media outlets to hit me up.
Child, I ain't about to play with Nero.
What? What?
I don't put you on blast. But I ain't gonna put you on blast.
Oh, okay. So that's what's going on with me.
You on your real Cardi B behavior.
Hey, who gonna do what to who? Let's find out.
Can we talk about Cardi? Are we going into pillow talk?
Yeah.
What's going on? I know this is old news, but like when she was arrested, like what is happening?
What you mean?
Between her making millions, performing, how she got time to do all these things?
Because she's still a street nigga. Well,
when you two gonna leave that life alone?
What's hard to like not get from her ass is just once removed from it like 2 weeks ago.
Well, when both of y'all gonna act right?
I don't know. When we like 5-6 years into this shit.
The niggas, the way y'all the route taking, they ain't gonna let you.
Hey,
Lord,
live fast, die fast. It was a hell of a run.
I don't know what make believe paid in full quotes y'all doing, honey. That ain't how I live in.
Oh, okay.
American fucking Horror Story.
All right. What's going on?
Everything. Did y'all see American Horror Stories with an S? I had to get on there and live tweet it. This was the best episode in all the seasons. Ryan Murphy's You've Outdid Yourself, You White King. That was some good ass television.
I can't stand here while you call him a white king.
I had to throw the damn remote at the TV. Because between him and Sarah Paulson, who played 10 characters and directed it, they bad.
Yeah, and Angela Lane.
Jessica Lange.
You know what I mean.
Everyone in there deserves an Emmy. Come get your Emmy.
Yeah. I agree.
It was a crossover between like Murder House, Coven, everything.
All the shit is coming back.
And then towards first of all, and I knew they was mad. It basically was a feature-length film. It was 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't look away.
Because what we was turning to next and we missed it.
Empire.
Oh, sorry, Empire.
No, we gonna watch Empire. Don't do that, Nero. Don't
Sorry.
do that.
American Horror Story was on.
American Horror. No, it was something else. Wasn't it the Hip Hop Awards? It was like, are you watching the Hip Hop Awards or American Horror Story? No, that was This Is Us.
No.
We'll talk about that next. Nero tried to take my black card. He was like, oh, the Hip Hop Awards on. I said, oh, nigga, it's Tuesday night. White Daddy is on. You can go ahead and turn it from these niggas. Back to American Horror Story. It begins with Madison Montgomery, the uppity white girl with the uppity black man. Can we just get a spinoff with them two? At first, I didn't think I would like their energy, but their energy and his acting is immaculate. Both of them.
So this is the nigga that glittered.
Who glittered down the... He's the one who glittered down the wall. And she the one who done died 4-5 times and came back, honey, okay? I think she's Julia Roberts' niece in real life. Yeah, she's Emma Roberts. She's Julia Roberts' niece in real life.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so they go to the murder house. As soon as they walk in, both of them shook. And it make me nervous of witches is scared. They got powers.
Them niggas ain't got no powers. They just got a damn book.
They got some spells, some chants. Some prayers. They got prayers in
them. Niggas got a fucking prayer book. Them niggas still got to get them prayers out. And shit, if you can't find their fucking pages stuck together, yeah, you get got too. Shit, I remember what it was. I had a dog here. Shit. Motherfucker dead.
Dead. Oh, so they in there in their house, and like as soon as they walked in, they was like, "Oh, it's some shit going on here, honey." And then once they got in there, he was like, "Oh, the spirits or whoever know that they're there, and they know they kind of have an energy." And I guess the spirits really weren't presenting themselves. Like, you know, it's like one of them things where the spirits, like, you know, I know who they know who they can and can't fuck with, right? And the spirits like, "No, we ain't gonna fuck with them. It'd be too much trouble." So the black man went and got some blood and some Newport ashes and mixed it together with some seasoning. And made the ghost come forward.
This nigga had some blood, some Laurie seasoned salt, and some Newport, some smoke from the Newport 100 box.
And put it and mashed it together. And then the ghost started appearing to him or something coming forward. And who the first one they see? Not with this white daddy. I got so many white daddies. Murder House daddy. Mm-hmm. Dylan McDermott, who is a nice looking white man, who is... whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Giving Tate some therapy. He's a horrible ass therapist. He's still working on Tate.
Yeah, he ain't got shit else to do.
And they still in the square one.
Yeah.
And it turned out Connie Brennan with the good hair ain't seeing for him. So she said, "Don't come for me.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. Don't look at me." And they only in 1,000 square foot house.
My thing is they got that baby that's always just gonna be 2 years.
2 months, 2 days.
2 days old.
Always.
For the rest of their lives.
For the rest of the life.
Shit. The baby always hungry. The baby always, god damn.
Always.
Shit.
And so they come into that and they try to run up on Murder House Daddy. And the Murder House Daddy is like, "I don't know who you talking about. Leave me alone. I ain't doing this shit. I got to go look out the corner, outside, cry and jack off." And Niren was like, "Why he say that?" And I was like, "Because that's what he did in the first season." And of course, in they shady way, what they do, cutscene to him what?
Jacking off and crying.
And then that's who we see. I know we fast forward. Then of course we got Tate ass, who they going through there. And then is that who we see? Mother Lane come on television. Mm-hmm. Mother Lane and Mara. Ooh, the eternal shade. When Mara fucked Jessica Lange's husband, she has not forgiven him hers 50 years later.
No.
And Jessica Lange shot her. Like, when you get even?
You don't. Ever.
So they going jabs back and forth and calling her to help. And why is Mara still cleaning the house?
Because she ain't got shit else to do.
I wouldn't clean shit else in that house. She's still cleaning the house. So Mara over in the house cleaning it, and Jessica Lange telling her she trash, she ain't bout shit. And then the witch is like, "All right, tell us about Tate Landon." And then here comes Sarah Paulson playing one of the 5 characters as Billy Dean or whoever it is as the medium. And she was like, "We don't know nothing about Michael Landon." Mm-hmm. And then Jessica Lange said, "Bitch, shut up. Yes, I do. That's my son." And then she was like, "If you get rid of Mora ass, I'll tell you everything you need to know." Then she light up her Newports. And I thought this was beautiful, though, how they freed Mora. Like, they took her bones and buried her by her mama.
Finally.
That was a happy ending. And that's all she wanted to do was be with her mama.
Finally, she was gone.
And then Jessica Lange talking about, "Thank God that bitch is gone." She's like, "Listen, peace." And then that's when Jessica Lange started talking about how crazy her grandson is. She said, "At first I thought I was going to love him forever. But then that motherfucker started killing." What it first started with
animals.
No, insects. First started with flies. How did the motherfucker is 2 months old killing flies, pulling the wings off flies? How you catch them? But because infants got them thick ass hands. But Satan. Everything could be done. And she was like, they just started with the animals. And she was like, I wanted to bury them with some decency. So I did a rose garden. And before I knew it, that motherfucker was killing everybody.
Everybody and everything.
The babysitter, everybody was dying. But then Jessica Lange knew she lost control when he what?
This nigga aged 10 years.
10 years.
Overnight.
He aged 10 years overnight at his house. I'm just leaving. I'm leaving. And I might need to call, what's it called? The Army? The National Guard. I'm like, it is a national threat in that house. He is not safe to be nowhere.
This nigga done grown 10 years overnight.
That's crazy.
Talk about a fucking growth spurt.
And then she's still processing. And then the next morning she wake up to he choking the shit out of her. And she said, it's me, Landon. It's me, Michael. And then he gonna start crying and be like, I'm sorry, Grandma. Can I have some water? Bitch. She had some Flint water. What the fuck, nigga, you gotta get from out of here? What? And then Jessica said, I ain't taking it. I think it was one thing. This is the most beautiful suicide I seen. She was like, oh, this ain't gonna end well for the world. Not just for her, but the whole ass world.
But for the whole world.
She said, I'm going to go with my other 3 kids. But what was sad was she was like, all my kids here except Addie. R.I.P. Addie.
Oh, Adelaide.
I want to be pretty again. What she used to say, I want to be a beautiful girl.
Yes.
I almost went left with that, but I'm not going to go left. But then after that, they telling all this tea on Landon and all this stuff. And then finally, here come Connie Brennan with the good hair. His mama. Oh, first Tate. They trying to get it out of Tate like, your son crazy. He said, that ain't no son of mine. His old deadbeat ass. He's talking, I would never do anything like that. Motherfucker, last time I checked, you killed like 20 people.
All them damn people you killed, Tate.
You done shot up the club, basically. And he was like, the house made me do it.
Literally,
Tate, bye. Tate was like, I'm like, this man need of his father. Because the man was like, I just want to be like you, Daddy. And Tate's like, he crazy as hell.
No.
And then here come finally the mama late. Connie with the good red hair. And she gonna come recite Revelations. Soon as she starts reciting the Revelations, I said, oh shit. I said, go get the blood of the lamb, honey. I don't have time for this. I'm a Christian. And then she said, basically, he crazy. And then somehow the Satan worshipers got a hope to it. Then they done came. And he eating blood and ass and pig guts and all hell Satan. And they got the fuck out of there. And I hope that the warlock and the witch get back. But the way Satan operated, I'm not sure.
They ain't getting back.
I don't know how far they gonna get back. Did I miss them? I'm sure I did.
One of the things that just make me wonder is like, what's going on with the murder house since they didn't have the apocalypse? Is the house still around?
Is it still there?
Are they freed yet?
It depends if the house was leveled. Right? Is it the house or is it that area? Like, what are they really restricted to?
I thought it was the house.
If their bones are there. Like, so would the house still be there, right? Are they not even operating in that reality? That's the thing. That'd be interesting to see, too.
He killed those 2 women. Like, they asses up in the house like all of 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Michael, a.k.a. Satan, baby Satan. Somebody else keep buying these houses. And that made me think, like, yeah, when I'm buying a house, they tell me more than 2 people done died. That's all right. I'm all set here. That's just like the Cantrell. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in the community
all
center.
Types of babies crying.
It's gonna be all types of murder house and through this bitch, right? Yeah, and literally them people, it was a lesbian couple. They literally took a breath and he killed their ass.
And then he set them on fire.
He the ghost
set the ghost on fire. That shit ain't never happened before.
All the ghosts in the house disappeared.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All the ghosts in the house. Ain't nobody crossed his path. What do you think this thing though? Like, so is he Satan? Like, what is he? Or the second coming, the Antichrist? Like, what is this?
That nigga gave them the true death, like true blood.
True blood. You ain't coming back, my nigga. I'm kind of curious where they gonna go with this. Like, is he like Satan? Like, what is he? Like, is it the end of the world? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know. We probably got what? We got what? 3 more episodes left? 3 or 4?
Probably about 4 left, I think. So I'm really curious, like, what's gonna be output of that. Like, but on Twitter, you can see it started getting dark. Like Ryan Murphy wasn't playing with any of us. Like people on Twitter was like, I'm heading to Bible study. Like, or people did like a Google search and it was like, what time church open? And it was like church open at 11. Or it was tweets like, my Christian ass do not supposed to be watching these demons. All I can hear my mom saying, you love watching demons and slavery. Why don't you watch something happy? But American Horror Story, this was the best episode yet. Like for the folks, if you watched season 1, Murder House and Coven, even if you didn't watch any of this, just jump in for this episode. So what was this, episode 6? Just jump in for this episode 6 of the latest season, and you're gonna get your whole entire life. Because at the end, Violet and Tate, they finally get back together. Like, it was highs, lows, tears, terrifiedness. I don't know. It was all good. It was amazing though.
Yeah, it was a lot of things.
I hope the next episode not whack.
Um,
Because it was like such a high. Like, damn. Like, it was not a wasted moment.
It wasn't. I don't think so. Because the thing is, like, it gotta be wrapping up soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we really going that he's like, or is he going to end with, well, Mario Murphy believe in killing everybody. Mm-hmm. Are we going to leave with just the world's over?
Who knows?
But you would think that was something he'll do the last season, because how do you come next year? I guess it's just the alternate reality, right? Mm-hmm. But it's good. You skip anything else you want to talk about Murder House? American Horror Story, which is the shit.
No, I think it was the shit. I think you hit all the points. I was trying to figure out how many episodes the season got.
It's either 10 or 12.
But either way,
I think it's 10. Mm-hmm. I think that's about average. Usually they have 10 episodes.
But either way, it's dope. I'm excited.
Yeah.
These niggas are going crazy.
It is. Ryan Murphy's did that.
You want to talk about This Is Us? I can't even remember what really happened.
Near this was the episode when White Daddy and
when that nigga
brother
went to war.
Yeah, this was just White Daddy, White Brother episode.
No,
back history.
Unmemorable.
Well, you don't think it was memorable? I think it was something special. At first, I wasn't too excited about it, but I think it was a good episode. I think it showed. I don't know. It gave White Daddy a little bit more depth, right? Depth, because sometimes, like, I love it. I love how romantic he is, how thoughtful he is, how sincere and intentional he is. But sometimes you're like, Jesus, White Daddy. Give us a little shadow, right? And I think this was us able to see his shadow, right? Seeing his family, seeing where it's like rooted and where it came from, and how that he's always kind of like overcompensate is not the right word, but I don't know. Like, he's always been like this pseudo superhero.
Yeah, he always wanted to be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, from that, and seeing where that stemmed from his father, it actually made me more curious about his father, because I wasn't there for that motherfucker since he threw the sandwich on the floor. But there was a moment where his dad had it together, right? And something was lost. And I don't know what that something was, right? He started drinking that ignorant oil. I don't know what triggered him to start doing that, but that father even changed. And I think that's what had a big impact on himself. And I also thought it was beautiful, like the brother relationship, just to be highlighted. Like, when's the last time you seen something on television that really highlighted the bond of a strong brother relationship? Like, sincerely, like deep. Like, I care about you. I care about you so much. I'm enlisting in the war. Care about you.
Not since the Wayans brothers.
What? Oh, no, you didn't. And I stand for the Wayans family, but the Wayans brothers, that show was not their best work. And you niggas can fight me on that. And I know it had some legendary actors in there, but the Wayans brothers show was not their best work.
Oh, hey, that's not.
Nope. Y'all, listen to me. It was not. The Wayans have had classics. I will not say that's one of them. But it was just interesting to see that dynamic play out, and that sense of connectedness is super, super special. I think as an only child, I got a little jealous of that.
Really?
To see, like, man, like, what would that be? To have someone you grew up with as a child. Like, it's like an automatic best friend. I mean, I'm sure people with relatives are like, best friend my ass. But it is, right? Like, they know every part of you, right? The good, bad, and ugly. They know about your parents. They know they've seen you at your best. They've seen you at your worst. And it's just something special about that. Also, I think it did a good job of putting in perspective what it could have been like to be drafted. I thought me and Aaron was saying that. How I was just like, they literally had the draft on television like it was on Wheel of Fortune. Mm-hmm. And them niggas just start drawing birthdays and birthdays and or numbers, however they did it, right? And if your birthday or number roll up, you got T minus whatever the days was to go to the center and turn yourself, like jail, right? And turn yourself in.
And fight for America.
Devastating. Even if you believe in the war, don't believe in the war, right? This wasn't your own decision. Like, you're being forced. That had to be devastating to be in that mind frame. And these are young boys too.
I think about that every time I was an undergrad, because when you sign up for that FAFSA, if you a male, your ass had to sign up for that selective service shit. And I was just hoping and praying.
that they ain't call it.
Yep.
Well, you know the blessing is they ain't put that draft back yet, but you see who our president is, honey. So
I know.
don't.
You know, I almost didn't go to college because of September 11th.
Child, I bet.
I gotta sign up for the selective service. Shit, the way we about to go to war, I don't know.
The way this country's set up, the way we be on principle. Yeah, so I think it was just a different insight into it, and like just how folks were raised, and I don't know, it just showed a very special part, I think, of White Daddy Jack's life to shape a little bit of who he is. I want to unpack more with that mama too, but I think, you know, she was just, I don't want to say a victim, I'll say a survivor. She's a survivor of the times, right? She did what she had to do, when she had to do, why she had to do it. So that was This Is Us. Yeah. You got anything else about This Is Us?
Like I said, it was not memorable for me. I really didn't like that episode.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
I mean, I think it was a bad story.
I think it was slow.
Because they got to have a reason, because I told you Kevin going to Vietnam. And then I'm like, no, he ain't going to Vietnam. I said, oh, Kevin's going to go and be in the same. He's going to be like Black Panther and Killmonger. And going to go put the hand of the sand of his ancestors in his hand. Yeah, he going to do that. He going to be like, my father and my uncle
Was here.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, did we already know, do his uncle or Nikki, White Daddy brother, die in Vietnam? Or is that an after thing?
We haven't got there yet, but
You
assuming.
think it is? I don't think it's that. I think it's an after thing.
I'm assuming it's in Vietnam.
Really?
I'm assuming it's during the war because his daddy always talking about your ass went over there, you went to war, you couldn't say your damn brother. You saved your life, but couldn't say your brother's life. So
it might be even during that time he's visiting.
It might be.
And what I'm assuming is his story is not different, right? So I'm assuming, you know, of course it's fiction, and they're taking fictional or, you know, creative, what's the word, boundary in it. But it had to be plenty of siblings who went to war together, willingly or not, and one came back and not the other. Yeah. And the guilt that have to, that they carry has to be, I don't know, so heavy. So heavy. So I think that's what this episode did. Like it gave me the huge empathy bubble. It made me recheck through the ballot. I said, we got in here for the vets. Is we renewing this GI Bill? Can we give them something else, Lord? Give them what they want. Increase the taxes so we can get the vets. Whatever they want, give it to them, honey. Because I'm devastated just looking at it through television of people who ain't real. So imagine the people who really going through this. Exhibit whatever you need. You coming from the war, thinking about is yours. I think that's gonna be my weekend work. Y'all know I believe in doing weekend missions. I'm about to see how I can support some of the vets. I'm gonna go ahead and throw $20-$30 because this crazy. Because I know my monkey ass couldn't get up in there.
I'd
be a good trader.
I'd shoot myself in the foot.
I mean, but they also highlighted that Nikki, white father, white uncle, was like, I'm going to Canada. I was like, I don't know. I guess back in there you can just drive across the border. I guess the border checkers.
He was going to Mexico, baby.
I thought he was going to Canada.
No, I think he was going to Mexico.
Oh. Yeah, I can see Mexico. Mexico still ain't checking, honey.
I think.
I thought it was going to Canada. It was a lot of trees. No offense, Mexico. It's a lot of evergreen trees. Well, I ain't see no palm trees. I ain't see no sand, no desert. But okay. What else we talking about? Well, let's bring this up a little bit. I done got a little melancholy.
See.
Sorry. Jesus. Can we have a good nose episode on Monday?
Yeah, we can. We can try our best to.
Thank you.
I was gonna bring up some other bad news that Diddy and Cassie broke up after 11 years.
Good for them.
What you mean? That's black love at its greatest. And now
I think that's black love, knowing when to move the on.
Oh, what was that? You censoring yourself now?
Yeah, I'm trying to do better.
They've been broke up for 6 months now. Ain't nobody told us.
Ain't y'all business.
And then Diddy come up with somebody else. This old 21-year-old model and shit.
Oh, how old is Diddy? 58? Oh.
46, somewhere up there.
61.
You know, Diddy, he got traded in for a newer model.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Nero. That toxic masculinity. Don't do that. How you know Cassie ain't break up with him?
We don't know what done happened.
I mean, she lived a good. No, she's not dead. She lived a good life. What's wrong with that? Like, what I heard a lot of people were saying is like, do you be with somebody for that long and don't get married? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they're rich, right? So she just spent the later part of her 20s, early 30s, spending somebody else's money, traveling the world. I think it was a good trade-off.
You think it was a good one?
Yep.
Hope she has some money in the old purse.
Oh, I'm sure she did. Oh, ladies, listen, put 20% away.
So that
Well, what else do you think about that?
I think they gotta do what they gotta do, right?
Yeah, but Diddy ain't the one that necessarily to stay in a relationships. Why?
No,
Even if you do long-term relationships, has he ever been married?
No.
I bet.
Diddy,
Got about 8 kids.
Diddy said, you gonna roll with me, you got to deal with side pieces.
Who said that?
Diddy.
I'm Portia. Who said that? Who said that? Look, I'm messing up my mic. What?
You remember when he was on the Breakfast Club and he's like, yeah, sometimes you got to deal with a little side piece. Blah,
Now
blah,
he
blah.
like the Jill Scott song. Sometimes he like to write with a different pen, but he loves me.
What?
Oh, y'all don't know that Jill Scott song?
No.
Because I'm in love with a man who loves me, but sometimes he likes to write with a different pen. That nigga, never mind. I almost say he gonna learn Braille when I'm done. What the fuck you mean? Actually, no, it's not even that. You just have to know if you're willing to go with that or not. If the answer is yes, cool. If the answer is no, no. But going back, do you think folks can be in a relationship that long without getting married?
Yep.
Why?
Because who said marriage is for everybody? Like to fall into, some.
Did you say fall into?
Yeah, fall into something that people told y'all should do.
11 years is a long time investment. I think that works with Diddy and them because they're celebrities, they have money. But what if you just, what if you Tyrell and Keisha?
Still the same thing.
Why is that? So we gonna live in a house, been with each other for 11 years.
Yeah, because marriage is about ownership.
Oh, what you mean?
You seen the documentary? That's all about marriage.
Tell us, Nerum. No, I'm letting Nerum speak. I don't know if y'all noticed the trend this week is let Nerum speak week.
That's what the documentary said. That marriage.
No, tell us 2 things: what the documentary say and what you think.
The documentary said that marriage was about ownership.
Okay.
And it wasn't, it wasn't until we had this whole revolution about we owning land that people wanted to be like, I want to own this woman. I don't want nobody fucking my woman. Just like I don't want nobody on my land.
Okay.
And then they turned into, all this other stuff.
So what do you think?
I just told you.
You told me what the documentary thinks. What do you think?
I think that I still don't think a problem. Like, if somebody can be together for 11 years and not get married, cool. More power to them.
I'm still processing it. I don't know. I don't know. It depends if it's your good years.
Your good years? What's that?
Y'all know what the good years is. Like, I think maybe if you're younger, you can kind of spend more time doing that. Or if you're older, right? So if you're in your second marriage and your second plate of life. But if you in your prime, as I like to say, them childbearing years, money-making years, growing, developing years, I don't know.
Niggas are a different breed these years. I'm telling you that, like, you're starting to see a lot more people, less and less millennials get married and just buy a house and call it right?
Yeah, and put both names on the house.
Than versus getting married.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be the trend now. And we're going to get more towards that. And I don't think there's a problem with that.
You prefer it?
To each his own.
I asked you.
To each his own.
I asked you.
To each his own. So, did you know Quincy Jones was on that shit before?
I did, Neil. Stop deterring the subject. Why won't you have a firm stance on this?
About what?
Don't do this.
About what?
Marriage, long-term relationships, commitments.
More power to them. What's wrong with that answer?
Okay, it's not. You're not standing firm in your word.
My word is...
You riding the fence.
I'm riding the fence.
Riding the fence makes a boring ass podcast, but okay.
Well, I guess it will then.
Anyway, what's going on?
Shots fired. All right.
It is shots fired. Y'all, this is what y'all get when y'all want Nerum to do it. My y'all be stop interrupting. Just at now time to open. Who was it? Was watching the 90s? Connie Chung. Connie Chung was interviewing everybody. I'm Connie Chung. I got questions.
You can have questions, and I got answers. But I really do think that it's something of the past. It's definitely an old school thing.
Okay. What's our next topic?
And I can go either way with it.
Mm-hmm. Nice fence rider. What's the next question? What's the next topic?
Come
on, Beyonce.
I'm not Beyonce. You the Beyonce. Quincy Jones continued to spill some tea about other black celebrities.
How old is Quincy?
Like 84.
Didn't we just give him a shout out because of the documentary? And what he doing now?
He was on a Hollywood Reporter. I think he did like a podcast or an interview. So he was on there spilling all types of tea.
Why he keep telling everybody business? He first telling who people fucking, who gay, who ain't gay. Quincy, no one asked you to out people.
So now Quincy talking about he done had a brief stint of addiction with heroin.
Pause. There's no brief anything when it comes to heroin. I've never even heard anyone recover from heroin.
Well, Quincy Jones did.
No, he's not. No, he hasn't. He's still on that shit.
Quincy Jones did.
I've never heard any. Okay, I'm sorry. Finish the story. So he was on the shit. This is more than shit, honey. This is the end.
So story goes that Ray Charles was 17.
Oh.
Quincy Jones was 15.
Whoa. They were on heroin. They must don't know what heroin is. They must be confused.
And he said the guys would go finish playing and they'll go around the corner. And then,
heroin was invented then?
Mm-hmm. Ray said he wouldn't let them go around the corner. He just, say, look, Quincy, you don't want none of this. So Ray Charles
can't see.
Ray Charles go out there and get high and shit. And then Quincy said he'll usually sneak and get a line and get a little hit for himself too.
Coke or heroin?
He said heroin.
See, I couldn't have been the interviewer because I kept asking the same question. First of all, I know I watched Ray, and I think I've read one of Ray Charles's autobiographies. But as a blind person, how did he get into heroin? Like, you don't think you would be a little more like? Has Stevie ever came out saying he been on any shit? You would think you would be a little more sensitive. Like, I don't know what you're giving me. Like, this could be rat poisoning. I can't see it.
Even if you do see it, you can't tell what's in it.
At least, nigga, it's something with my eye. It's something about the safety of seeing it with my eyes. But I don't know. Ray Charles a bad motherfucker. He fried chicken blind. And I can't fry chicken with all my eyes, honey. How you fry chicken blind?
Hey.
He get the chicken, season it, batter it, heat up the corn oil, and then put the chicken in the oil. And God, that's a bit. I guess he could do heroin.
You taught yourself into it. Anyways.
But no, real shit. I've never heard anyone recover from heroin. Real shit. You see, they killed Roseanne on her show with it.
So Quincy Jones talking about he got cleaned up after he fell down 5 flights of stairs.
Shut the
when he was high.
5 stairs or 5 flights of stairs? So
50
flights
stairs? Of stairs.
He fell down 50 stairs, so there was no landing.
And he said then he had to get clean. He said the mistakes the mistakes are what help you
listen,
grow
children
in
don't
line.
do.
And this was a big one. He said if I hadn't done that, I would still be in NYC.
No, he'll be dead if he was doing
with
heroin.
Charlie Parker.
No, he would be dead if he was still doing heroin.
I would have been a junkie forever.
No, dead.
Thank God.
Thank God. Every day. For his graces and his mercies. For they renew every day.
Thank God.
Thank you.
That we did it there and got it over with. What?
I could not have did the interview.
What type of heroin? I don't think
it was heroin.
Well, allegedly that's what they said.
This was some weed.
And that nigga said he fell down the 5 flights of stairs.
You gotta hope to some weed and some mushrooms. Heroin?
Yes.
And how do you? So 5 flights or what about 50 stairs? So there was no landing. Or you just kept tumbling?
That nigga kept tumbling, I guess.
But you know what I'm talking about with the stairs? They're supposed to have a landing.
You talking about this nigga then fell down 5 floors.
He look at that ain't kill him.
That's why he said he had to clean up.
Yeah, that'll sober your ass up. What was Ray Charles at? How he ain't fall down the stairs?
Because he got them shoes to let you know ain't no stair there.
This is not funny. This is not. Drugs are not funny. This is not.
You know.
This man is getting old. He might have made this shit up. He done made this shit up.
You seen the movie? That nigga had them hard bottom shoes on.
I did
that
see,
make
right?
click clack noise everywhere he went.
I do. He did tell us. Even before that, because remember he was Poe. He said he used to have a stick, honey. All he needed was his stick to let him know where to go. I do believe that. Oh my goodness. I'm watching Ray this weekend.
I had to Google it. So there's usually 12 to 13 steps.
I know, 50 stairs.
But it can go up to about a maximum of 16 per
so
flight.
he does filled out 100 flights, 100 stairs.
So they say that you can have a maximum of 16 stairs before you're required to have a landing. So this nigga could have fell down.
20 stairs. But he said 5 flights.
5 flights.
He lying. Something ain't right here. Or maybe because he was on the shit, it felt like 5 flights of stairs. See, that's why, you know what? That's one reason I couldn't do drugs either. Like, you know, that loss, actually my mother says this too, like that complete loss of control of yourself mentally and physically, that's too much. Because just being a grown woman and falling down the stairs is terrifying. I told you one of my godmother, she fell down the stairs. I think I told this story. And she was in her robe and she was going downstairs and she slipped down the stairs and the robe got caught on the banister. And she said all she could think of was Jesus. And when she got to the bottom of the stairs, she was just naked. And just felt violated. She said she ain't know what to do. She just caught off working with the bed. Well, Quincy said he owned it better now. What sparked that question?
I don't know.
Or answer?
You know, Quincy Jones is just like the tea teller. He's giving it up. He's just giving it up.
And at 15 and 7, that's young as hell. Mm-hmm. To be on heroin? How you even afford it?
I don't hell, the way them niggas was playing and shit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they were young. They weren't making that much at that young age.
It don't matter.
Oh
you know, shit was cheap back then.
I mean, yeah, niggas was still poor.
But still, niggas is still cheap too.
I guess. Well, I'm thankful Quincy got off that shit. I used to be able to say I don't know anyone who's recovered from heroin. I guess I can say Quincy Jones. There's a few drugs it's hard to turn back from, right? You know, I've heard people recover from like weed, cocaine, crack, all that but cigarette, all that drinking, all that but heroin, crystal meth. It's some of them you ain't never heard them recovering.
Nope. So, yeah, more power to them. I got some good black news, but I think I'm going to save it for Monday. Let's go ahead and go straight to Shout Out Friday.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, like I said, leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And if you do that, we'll read them out on Friday as long as they're 5 stars. Oh. And somewhat nice.
We could take constructive criticism.
I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Am I starting?
No.
This is, y'all get used to this because this is the last week I'm letting Niram have this much. So y'all take it in. Because I'm back on Monday.
Well, do what you got to do.
I am.
Beyonce.
Niggas way too comfortable.
Do what you got to do, Beyonce.
Come on.
This one's Where Y'all Been All My Life. I think we did. Oh, she did an update. She said update episode 170. Nyambi is preaching. And I'm here for it. Prosperity is not a good teacher.
It ain't. Prosperity don't teach you shit. So, never mind.
What's up? What, Nyambi?
Nuh-uh.
Say the word.
I ain't gonna say the word.
Preach it to him.
Actually, you know, because I plan on going to get the word this Sunday, and I plan on going to be in some of the readings of the Lord this weekend. So
Preach it to him, Nyambi.
I'm sure on the Monday's episode, y'all gonna get a nice piece of the Lord. So.
Preach it to him.
It ain't. It's just prosperity. It's just not right. It's just not realistic.
We got another one that says the best podcast from Sexy X.
Hey.
And it says, FYI, I love y'all. Thank you for just being you.
Oh, that's nice.
I appreciate it.
Y'all, we got something from Stitcher.
We got another. It only took y'all niggas years, but
be grateful.
I appreciate it, niggas.
It says a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review from Miss Kim, and it says, I love these young people. They are my niece and nephew in my head. I am your virtual auntie in Cleveland down the street from Shaker Heights. Oh, okay, that's what's up. We know exactly where that's at. They are educated, funny, smart, and brown. Nyambi walking her crooked path with the Lord keeps me in tears laughing. Her high energy is contagious. Niram is an inspiration to me as he runs, he bites. I would love to hear more about weight loss journey. Both of them, I love hearing their life unfold. I'm still at the same one. I keep getting on that scale, and it ain't nothing but the Lord that it ain't move. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I know. I think it's the Cat Williams. He like, hello, Lord. This is Nyambi, your humble servant. I'm just coming to you in ultimate. Never mind. Come on.
You can read the next email.
The next one is from Sky, and it's kitchen. Oh, we got some kitchen table talk. NY colonizers, Lord. What we'll do, we'll read it and then we'll answer it on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, we like to think a little bit about the email, so we just not giving y'all all top of mind stuff. It says, first of all, let me say that your podcast is amazing. I found it through Essence a while back. Ooh, look at that Essence shout out.
Hey.
And haven't stopped listening ever since. Y'all get me through my work days for real, which brings me to my kitchen table topic. Lord, them damn colonizers. For the past year or so, I've been having a rough time co-living and co-working with the other side of America. Yeah. Ooh, girl, so you work and live with them. So quick background, I lived with 2 colonizers for about a year in a predominantly white neighborhood in Manhattan. Downtown Manhattan, which is only white because it's so damn expensive. You don't gotta tell me. In early September, I moved out into my own apartment in the Bronx. Felt like I needed to get back to my roots, or hell, just be around other Black people because I was so over being in an environment where I couldn't connect to. I also used to work for a large fashion company, which I just left in late August due to some issues of feeling like a culture wasn't diverse enough, which directly affected my relationship with my direct report for the worst. Yeah. Sometimes you got to get on out. So I got a job at a startup, which is in a different industry, hoping to really have a 360 new start. The company is great in terms of benefits, culture, but again, white culture. I'm the only Black person in the company, which I found out after I started. So I constantly feel out of place, like I can't live my true Blackness at work because it may not be taken well. These are not cultured colonizers. One of them thought Africa was a country. Oh.
What type of Raven Simone shit is this?
Oh, they thought Africa was a country, not a continent. So, Jesus. They asked me to be the they asked me to be in the photo shoot for the company website. I'm assuming just to have a Black girl on the site because I work in finance, so I don't have any business in marketing shoots. Come on. I was like, sis, you ain't said this is what you was into. The HR girl sent out an email about starting a diversity and inclusion group, which of course I asked to be a part of, and of which I was asked to be a part of. And I said yes, because I wanted to help make a difference so we can get more of our side of America into the company and just the corporate America, period. But how do I go about maintaining the culture if they've already said in the office while incorporating my own? I just would just like to feel like I can be comfortable being myself at work. Right now, I hold back because I don't want the other side to feel uncomfortable because, once they start feeling uncomfortable, it's the end of the world. And then somehow come back to the Black girl for being in the wrong. Yep. Side note, I do believe that you have to be uncomfortable sometimes to grow and to learn. And I know that this is a lesson of patience and understanding, but I'm just missing the part where that patience and understanding also comes with my peace. Also put white people going white on a hoodie and I'll sell them in New York for y'all because that's a damn fact. You speaking truth. Let me process it this weekend. But yeah, it's a way to do it, right? And I want to say your company seems very naive and they don't know what the fuck is going on, but they're willing to learn, right? And that's
say they willing to learn.
Or say they willing to learn, right? And you can make them eat them words, right? So I think it's some work that you can do with them. My gut reaction, of course, Monday we'll process it out for you, is you need to find out who your allies and advocates in there, right? So is everybody in there slow, or is there somebody who semi got some sense? Right? Because you need to find other folks. So if you're getting a lot of this stuff started, you need to not always be the face of this, right? You need to have someone else as almost the face of this and a mouthpiece, but you're almost influencing them. But so you got to find your advocate and ally. But let me process this a little bit over the weekend and we'll have a explicit answer for you Monday on what I feel. And then Niram too. Niram, you got any gut reactions to give just in case sis is listening today? But mine is you really got to find your crew. You got to find advocates and allies to get on your team that kind of know. Like somebody first generation, somebody poor, got a white auntie, got a Black niece. Like somebody in there got it.
You got to start off with the poor whites.
See if you got poor whites or gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? See somebody who understand what it is to come from not being the prominent, how do you say, majority. Yeah. That's what you're going to have to find first. But you got to make sure they aware of that too, right? It's some that fit in that character they don't even know. But yeah, we'll get you some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Want to read the next one, Nears?
We got one from, Nisha dropped off some Black love too. All right. So it's like, hey, y'all. She's like, hey, y'all. Angela Bassett, Courtney Vance, Will and Jada, Eric Hodem. Okay.
Sharon Malone, Ice Cube, and Kim, Snoop Dogg and Shantae, Reverend Ron and Justine, Denzel and Pauletta, Tia Murray and Corey, Trey and Grace, Boris and Nicole, Viola and Julius, Grant and Tamia, Morris and Pam, Idris and Sabrina. Yeah, that one surprised me. I really didn't think Idris was going to marry a Black woman. I am sure y'all have named some of these couples before.
We named them all. That's why. That's why we
hey,
ain't doing this shit no more.
Yes, we are. We got a whole list.
We done. We ain't got no more.
We got
to
at
do.
least 15 more people coming, so don't even worry. We're going past the 200 now.
No, we not.
Yes, we are. Come on, what's the next
200. I'm changing everything up.
Come on.
You're lucky I don't change the name.
Nerla.
So we got one from Nerla. It says TV shows. It says, Nyambi girl, I didn't know you watched Big Mouth.
I love Puberty Monster. What's it called? Hormone Monster.
Hormone Monster. I love that show. It's so funny. I love its agenda to educate the masses about sex, sexuality, and body positivity. By the way, the Black Warlock on American Horror Story is Pray Tell.
Yes.
From Pose.
How he glittered down the wall. I'm so in love with him. I am his groupie.
I have some show recommendations. BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
The Good Place.
The Good Place is good. I'm behind. I haven't watched any this season, but I love The Good Place too.
Superstore.
I haven't seen that.
F is for Family.
I think I've seen that one.
That's the one that's on
Netflix. I think I've seen that one.
You've seen some of that.
I don't think I've seen it all, though.
Love you guys. Blessings and peace and love. Nero, I'm praying that you find a job and kick these marathons asses. Thank you.
Yes, Pray Tell. Oh, I'm so in love with him. Can we just go back to American Story really quick? Can we talk about the fashions? The fashions of American Horror Story are sickening. And the thing is, everyone's dressed in black. But the black is so sickening. The warlocks and the witches. All shapes and sizes. The men warlocks' waists are snatched. Is that the trend for men? Men waist is snatched now?
No, the trend is everything's in slim fit. So it don't matter what size you get. Everything's snatched.
When I say you Pray Tell waist was snatched. Sickening. Then with a papa ankle, you know how I do a papa color? He do a papa ankle.
My big ass can't do a papa ankle.
Can't do a papa ankle, be swollen. He did a papa ankle
and
with a nice coconut oil moisturizer. He got the little bone. That's how I know it's nice. So his little bone was poking through with the ankle with the oil on it.
The bone.
The bone on the ankle. You know, the round bone.
I got it. Right? You talking about right there?
Yeah, and that's it. Got to be your pants. Got to be above that with coconut oil on that with some shiny shoes.
I got some thick ass thighs though, so I can't do that.
Yeah, you'll be very shapely.
You want to come rub my bone?
Oh, Nero is so thirsty. You've been watching too much you've been watching too much Big Mouth. Read the next one, Omega O. Come on.
No, you can read that one.
Ooh, I can't wait to Nero. I can't wait to get to cutting them off again next week. The subject is y'all are too real and I love it. The message says, hey, what's up, Nyambi and Nero? Love you both. Love both your names, by the way. Thank you. I usually never take the time to give feedback for anything.
Well, we appreciate it.
But for you guys, it was a must. I absolutely love tuning into listening to your discussions. Your chemistry on the podcast is so strong, beautiful, and inspiring. I deeply admire the genuine love and friendship between you two. I just discovered your podcast about a month ago, and I've been hooked since. I've started from since earlier episodes and will work my way up to current. I normally listen to get through my long work days in the horrible DMV trip. I love DMV. We have so many listeners from DMV. We might do a show out there. You guys keep me laughing, thinking, and reaching out to friends, family, and my husband to have our own discussions on some topics. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to my husband. We're celebrating our first anniversary of marriage today. 10, 15, 17. Cheers to many more joyful, healthy, prosperous years together and lots of good sex. Nyambi added that. Y'all seem so cool and down to earth. I think if our life paths have crossed, we would have been a couple friends, LOL. I really could go on and on. I just really want you guys to know that you're doing a great job and have a great thing going here. I sincerely appreciate this podcast because there's nothing I love more than genuine Black love and conversation, promotion, celebration of strong Black love, marriages and family. We truly need all the encouragement, celebration, representation of strong Black love we can get. So keep doing what you do. Love, peace, and blessings. Omega O.
Thanks a lot, Omega O, because this episode almost didn't happen.
Because Nero is
because
so
of Nyambi.
funny.
It's fucking Nyambi.
You must be on your menstrual.
No. You have to do three takes of the intro. Nigga, you know your name.
Nero was not being patient with me at all.
You're lucky I don't put the bloopers at the end.
He was not cultivating patience with me at all. And he was not here for me at all. And I don't know why Nero is lacking patience. Yeah, I know what it is. He's getting nervous about the marathon and he's projecting.
worries about nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm an OG, triple OG.
I know, strong black man.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Actually, I was about to say something. I forgot. That email reminded me of something.
Oh.
But we can go.
From Omega O?
Yeah, from Omega O. It was right in the tip of my tongue, but I done got distracted by you.
The point where, we share black love and we have conversations and things of that sort. Or the part where they just had their first wedding anniversary.
I think it was a mixture of that. When I think of it, I'll bring it back.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I
We
hope
love
y'all
black
did
love
something
too.
good.
Yeah.
I hope y'all did something fun.
Yes. Always celebrate each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We got one from Nisha, and this one says Black Funerals. Hey, hey, Naomi and Nero. Checking in on you, Nero.
I told y'all, see, this was happening. And I don't know if y'all know, I gave Niram the reins. This week and last week, I was like, Niram, you do what you want to do, how you want to do it.
That's
I'm
a
just
lie.
here to ride with you.
Lies you tell.
And we see what happened.
Lies you tell, because you did the last 2 episodes, so I don't know what you're talking about. Last 3, actually.
Come on.
Where them lies you telling these fine folks? I'm lying to these fine folks.
Niram.
You are vital and important. Condolences and prayers for your family's loss. Be encouraged, and your day will come. Ayala said on Oprah Super Soul Sunday, God throws pebbles before he throws rocks.
Come on.
I don't want no nigga hit me in the head with
Hey,
no
I
damn
want him
rock.
to throw all the rocks the Lord can throw at me, honey. If I know how the world be working, throw the rocks at me.
The job was not meant for you.
Come on.
But
there is a job that is.
I appreciate it.
E to the bo-bo.
Read the next one so I can get the voicemail.
Oh, this was from Juliana. It says, I used Talkspace a couple years ago, and I have a older mom like Niram. Had to talk to my mom about something she was doing. I was so surprised that she just said okay. That do be a surprise when the OGs of the game, because they always got a comeback, and just never did anything. It never did that thing again. It was beautiful. You never know. Sometimes we just have to tell your parents how something affects us. That's a true thing, right? I think sometimes, actually, no, it don't surprise me. As I get older, I do choose my battles. Like, it's some shit that I'm not backing down on, but it's maybe some shit 5 years ago I would have fought to the death with that I'm now. I don't even think I would give a response. I'd be like, oh, cool.
I be telling Naomi, I said, why are you fighting to the death with this?
And some stuff I don't. And actually, I think it's actually reversing in our roles. So Niram used to be like, that's not worth it. Don't do it. Just move on. And I'm like, hell to the no. And now Niram will say something. I'm like, just let that go. Let that ride. Don't even worry about that. And Niram be like, what? You going soft, Naomi? What you mean? I said, I ain't going soft, honey. I'm seeking peace.
She is going soft.
So I'm right with you, Juliana. And next it says cosign on the ombre blends. I like the original ombre essence. I smelled it on the women I used to check in at the hotel and just loved it. Got myself some and constantly getting complimented on it. Nayambi, you and your family are my prayers. I'm sad to hear about your loss. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, but I'm getting some of that ombre this weekend too. For good scent. I appreciate it.
You getting that ombre, baby?
Yes, I am. That's going to be my treat to myself because actually I get my review next week and I'm hoping it smells amazing.
You getting promo?
I hope. No, I don't know. That's something I gauge for like a year from now, but I just want positive, right? I just don't want no bullshit. And the thing is, I'm an OG in the game, so I can take the bullshit, but I just want something to be like, oh, you did this well. Next year, can we work on this? And I'd be like, yes, thank you. Like, I don't want to have deep conversation. Does that make sense? Like, I want like, these are things you did really well. Could you work on this next year? And if you keep doing this really good and work on what I said, we'll be all good. Like, that's the type of conversation I want to have. I don't want to talk about other shit. I don't want to talk about career development where I see myself 5-10 years. It's just covered by the grace of the Lord.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. We had a voicemail. This is from Brianna.
Oh.
Just chiming in on some more TV stuff.
We loving our TV in the
Happily
fall.
Ever After. I forgot the last time to tell you guys that I did watch it. It was really good to me. Very inspirational. Sanaa is amazing. But my own personal experience was extremely terrible. Like, that's a real thing. And a lot of people don't talk about it. And I didn't know it was a real thing until I got to college. And I shared my experience with a really, really good friend of mine who, related on the subject just as much as I did. And I just think it's crazy that, like you guys just talked about in your last EP, that um, like these things that are passed on for generations. And like I've never been one to like, oh, I hate myself or my skin or my hair that I have. Like I've never had that experience. But my experience of just having to always speak a certain way or look a certain way, or just being presentable when leaving the house was always a thing. Like I had to have my hair tamed, like, and especially being from LA and born and raised and coming from areas that are just always movie ready at all times. And then have like going away to college, I went to Berkeley and got around some of the most liberal mofos you could possibly be around, and actually learning that, oh, you can actually be lax with yourself. Like you don't always have to be quote unquote movie ready at all times. Like, you could chill with your hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just like always, like, if I had my hair natural, like I had to have my edges tamed. If I had my hair, you know, down, I had to make sure I wrapped it and make sure I like did this and did that, and just to go to the freaking mailbox, like it was terrible. But so watching it, I thought I had gotten over a lot of things. Clearly, I have not, okay, because it started right on up. Okay, started right on up while I was watching that. And like one of my experiences was that I had been away at school for some time, and my obviously like the person who was doing my hair wasn't with me, so I would just do my hair myself. And I remember I had like this really cool hairstyle. I had washed my hair. This was the first time my experience with wash and goes. And I washed my hair and I had it out curly, and I had parted like from ear to ear, like a bang almost. But I took the hair that was out and rolled it back like a Bantu roll. And by the way, you with this hairstyle, okay, you cannot tell me that I was not the one or the two.
Or the
Okay?
damn three.
And I was coming home from school for the first time, and uh, I'm at the airport and I'm waiting for my mom, and she comes.
Oh shit!
And
I already know.
as soon as I get in the car and I'm all excited to see her, she has this look of disgust, and
Come on.
she's just looking very uncomfortable and just staring. I'm like, like, hey,
Hey,
like,
I miss
didn't
you.
say hi to me, anything. And the first thing she goes is, have you spoken to Crystal? Now, Crystal is the family's hairstylist. And I'm just like, I mean, not lately. She knows that I'll be in town this weekend, but I'm pretty sure I'll catch up with her. But
Yeah.
why do you ask? And she's like, no, did you make a hair appointment? I'm
Ooh,
like, no, I
sound
didn't
like
go
my
to get my
mama.
hair done. And just this like
Yeah.
real aggressive interrogation about my hair, and like
Yep.
just made me feel real bad, real stupid. And I'm just like, my hair is combed. My hair
Yeah.
is quote unquote tamed. Like this is the style that I'm wearing it in. And because I have my hair, like my curls out and not in a ponytail,
Yeah.
or my hair is super slicked, like it was a problem for her. So watching that, I was just like,
It's deep, right?
I was taken back.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was really good. And I also wanted to chime in on Insecure. I don't know if you guys seen the season finale or not. It was one of the best episodes out of this entire dry ass season.
Yeah, it was
But
a
I
dry
want
season,
to
wasn't it?
hear what you guys think about it. I just want to talk about a scene that had me rolling, thinking about both of you guys, where Molly in the office, and I believe his name is Dorian or something like that,
Yeah.
skated on her and the
Sure.
project that they had, and he teamed up with those two girls.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, office politics. This shit had me rolling because I immediately thought about y'all talking about find their enemy, team up with their enemy. Like that shit had me when he went in that office and he farmed with them, and they looked up at her like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Your enemy is my
Cracking
best
the
friend.
fuck up.
The
I was like,
enemy of
"Oh
my
my
enemy
god,
is my
it's a
friend.
real thing. This is a real thing." That
Mm-hmm.
shit was funny. And one last thing about American Horror Story, you guys were talking about the sins that go with the seasons. I believe the season is lust, if I'm not mistaken. There's this very underlying, in your face message of like sex being forbidden and punishable by death and snakes and poisonous apples, and it's very Garden of Eden type of feel. So I believe this season is lust. I could be wrong, but I think that's where they're going with it. And also just a dash of unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like Von Zant. Okay.
Oh! No, it's okay like to not like Von Zant. Like I like I should say this. I like Iyanla for entertainment purposes, right? I think the friend zone said it perfectly. Like Iyanla is not a licensed therapist, psychologist, counsel, none of that, right? She is the spiritual guide, guru, right? I think they said the best, like your auntie who done lived some life. And the first one to tell you need to go see a therapist. Like I see Iyanla as like the first line of defense. But no, you don't got to block that. Like, because I think sometimes people go to Iyanla as like the end all be all, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like some of this stuff she is not equipped to heal.
You're talking about Rhonda is pure educational and entertainment.
Like, you know, like, but I do think she has wisdom, right? As a person who's lived in the world as a black woman, right? Who has lived multiple lives, right? Who has been in the law industry, who's, you know, have multiple degrees, right? Who has went through multiple loss and healing herself. Like, I do believe, I don't want to downplay that, right? She does have wisdom and things to bring, but she is not. And she done said that a licensed motherfucking professional. And I think sometimes folks put her in that category. And sometimes you got to go going down to the doctor's office and really see about somebody.
She just life coaching out here.
She life coaching. That's all I say. I think she a good life coach.
She is straight life coaching.
But some folks who be on that show need healing. Medical and spiritual, right? But no, it's okay. You don't have to like Iyanla. I got lots of friends who be like, I don't know why you watch that, Nyambi. But I'm fascinated. You know, I love a good auntie that tell you the damn truth. I think that's what I like. Just to have an auntie to be like, beloved, you keep having all these motherfucking kids with these motherfucking niggas. They don't love you, beloved. Love yourself.
I can't.
Like, that's just truth telling. An auntie would tell you at like Thanksgiving dinner, right? And then pass the ham.
Keep pass the ham, please. And then you don't know what the cry fighter. Both.
So no, ain't no wrong with that. So I get it.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah. Oh wait, did we talk about American Horror? Like she write about the American Horror Story in Insecure.
Huh?
I was saying about the Insecure thing. We told y'all like we not making this shit up. This is lived experience. What happened to Molly, we done seen happen in real life.
Or happened to us.
Hey, you know it happened. But come on. Ain't nothing, all the stories we telling. Oh, you know what I was gonna say?
What?
I just remember for the person who's like some of us who are some of the new listeners, you know what me and Neron was reminiscing on, and maybe we'll do this Monday. We were talking about, do y'all miss the Bot Store Chronicles? We was reminiscing on the Bot Store Chronicles, and I missed them a little bit. And I was like, should I do Silicon Valley shenanigans? Like, I got some stuff, right? I got to be careful what I tell, right? Because it might be a little bit too explicit. But I missed them Bot Store Chronicles, and we were just reminiscing on some of our favorite ones. What was your favorite one, Nero?
Flower.
Y'all remember, shout out Flower the dog. I asked my mom what was her favorite one. Her two was when one of my cashiers was talking about somebody died, and it was her dog. And I thought it was like her uncle or her daddy. And then my favorite one was when, y'all know, my cart attendant came and got me and said somebody was dead in the bathroom, but somebody just didn't flush a tampon. He said it's so much blood. They're dead. I said they dead. I'm preparing myself to see somebody done. You know, we in New England. They done got in that shit. And they done overdosed in this bathroom. Let me go ahead and get ready to call the police. But yeah, I was just reflecting on the Bot Store Chronicles. And I don't know, we need to bring it back. Like, I feel like we need to bring some of them front and center for some of the folks who don't. And for the folks who don't, who's just listening, we done went on a long journey in Black Love Matters. At a time in life, I used to work at a bot store. Not because I wanted to. Because I had to, because the Lord placed me there. And being a manager at the bot store, I had a lot of stories to tell. Shout out to the bot store.
Absolutely. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Hey, Nirma Naram. Oh my God, I can't even get my name out.
Hey.
It's Carlos. I was just listening to the episode about when you went back home to Detroit
Yeah.
and talking about the funeral home. Thank you for putting me on your prayer list
Yes.
about my mom and my sister dying a
Yeah.
couple months ago in Detroit. But it's not just Pie Funeral Home, because we were going to use Pie, but their reviews weren't that great. And we ended up using Forbes Funeral Home, and they charged us to be my mom and my sister died at the same time. They charged us for double of everything, even though we only got one. So they charged us for double ushers, double cake, double food, but we only got one serving of everything. So there's something going on with these funeral homes in Detroit, because they run in these funeral homes like they're part of the mafia. And I just read something about some little bodies getting found in one funeral home in the attic in Detroit.
We talk about it. Cantrell.
Somebody needs to investigate these funeral homes in Detroit. But I just wanted to give you guys a call and have them talk to y'all in a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, my husband and I, Christopher, we just started our own podcast.
What?
I don't know if I can advertise on here, but
Yeah,
if I
you
can,
can.
you can just hang up the voicemail. But check out our podcast. It's called the KKK Podcast. It's not what it sounds like. It's the acronym for Kicking It with Chris and Carlos. We would love you guys to check it out.
Yes.
Second inspiration. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations. He said
Congratulations.
He said KKK.
Yeah, Kicking It with Chris and Carlos.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it this weekend. Nice. Congratulations. I love that. Y'all tell us when y'all doing stuff so we can share as a community, right?
All right.
Yeah, no, y'all can say that. Look, we ain't made it like, look, we ain't Joe Button, and then we
Right.
ain't, and even if, child, who else gonna help us?
What you talking about? What was that nigga? What was that people was talking about?
Who else gonna put
niggas
us
was
out
looking
there?
at us like we sold out. Nigga, we been sold out. What you talking about?
We was watching that documentary on the 90s and
Oh.
the men who did South Park.
Oh, talking about y'all talking about we sold out. We been sold out. Let Essence Fest call us. All the rates going up.
No worry. Now y'all be gonna keep Nerum grounded.
Bullshit.
But y'all continue to send us this, and congratulations. I'm gonna listen to it this weekend, and y'all check it out too. It's called KKK, Keeping Up with Chris and Carlos.
And that reminds me, yes, I'm selling the fuck out because
Oh
when
my goodness.
I think about when my article went out and the shit was going viral, and a couple running podcasts came and wanted me to come on their show, and I was like, cool, like I'll do it. So I was like, well, let me reach out to other running podcasts because I got my own too, and I was like, well, we can do like a podcast swap. One of these niggas had the nerve to tell me I can be on there for 20 minutes for $250. And I can reach 2,000 listeners.
2,000.
2,000 for $250.
No, that ain't how this
Kiss
works.
my ass.
That's not
So,
how it works.
Evidently, I ain't selling out hard enough. So I'm selling out. Carlos, I'll be sending you a bill, brother.
Oh, Carlos, please ignore Nero. I told you, white people gonna what? Was the podcast white?
Yep.
That's why I said we got. Y'all gonna support.
These niggas had the
Chris and
nerve to
Carlos.
talking about.
For 20 minutes on their podcast?
Yeah.
And then child, they
The
confused.
fuck out of here.
I'm confused about the sentence.
You must not know. I almost put the shit on out there. My bad.
I know you
Wait
do.
a minute.
I know.
Here goes the next one. This is new. I hope it ain't no bill collector. This is a new number.
Well, I don't think it. What we about to see?
I don't be pre-screening these. So we about to see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's Shan.
Oh, hey.
Listening to the beginning. So for the Black Love part, I think y'all should do the couples who send y'all love letters in with their first and last name at the beginning. That way, that'll be like your intro on talking about who got that black love and for how long, and give little details. It's kind of like show shout out at the beginning of the show.
Oh, I love that.
Think about it, Karen. Think about it. All right, I'm gonna do
I'm giving up on this black love stuff.
I don't know why Nerum is so grumpy. Well, we know, because y'all know, ladies, y'all know my theory is men, every about 8 to 10 weeks, they have a menstrual. And he's just going through his menstrual right now. He'll be better in a few weeks. But no, I love that idea. We're not going to stop. Don't let Nerum do Nerum things. We're going to continue on.
Whatever. Shan, this is a new number, girl.
Don't be screening people, Nerum. Don't be. Don't worry about where people be calling from.
This is a new number, girl. You done moved up.
Nerum basically want to just call y'all during the week sometime and be like, hey, what y'all doing? Or I ain't heard from you in a week or two.
I ain't
Is you
heard
doing
from you.
good? Nerum, stop screening people numbers.
I started saving people numbers in Skype. So I can know they, especially like the niggas who call more than twice, they never say. So I'm looking at Shan.
Don't be surprised when they're on call, y'all.
I'm looking at Shan old number like, wait a minute, these numbers don't add up.
Don't worry, you don't know who she trying to get rid of or do. Or she might have more than one phone.
I see.
She got business.
I see.
All right, Niram, you close us out or we got another phone?
No, that's it. That's a good episode. You go ahead and close us out, baby.
This your week. Finish it.
Go ahead and close us out, baby.
Why won't you do it?
As always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about, head on over to that website at Black Love Matters. That's black with no K, blacklovematters.com. We got SoundCloud, and we also got that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's at 508-784-1111. Make sure the voicemails are 2 minutes or less, or Skype will cut you off, and you got to call back. So try to get your thought down good. Shoot it out there 2 minutes or less. If not, you just got to call on back. And that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember,
love is ever evolving. Peace. Have a good weekend, y'all.
Have a good one. Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or are we going to go with... Again, that's not funny, y'all, because what Niram did, we went on Google Translate so I can say the name correctly. And as soon as I see the name, I blinked on it. Guion Bulford, the first black astronaut, and Linda Toole. Guion Stewart Bulford, Jr., PhD, that's a lot of letters, was born November 22nd, 1942. He was a lot of things in the Army. I don't want to say them wrong. You know what those means. He's an American aerospace engineer and retired U.S. Air Force officer, fighter pilot, and former NASA astronaut. Should we start over?
Nope.
Come on.
No, we are not starting over now.
Come on, Nero.
Nope. Y'all niggas gonna get the good, bad, and ugly.
Come on, Nero.
No.
I'm not doing this.
Well, I'm not starting over. Let's go. You're a former NASA astronaut.
Nero, come on. Just start over. I ain't gonna do it no more. Come on.
He was the first black African American in space.
Nero, come on.
And before becoming an astronaut, he was an officer in the U.S. Air Force.
Thank you. Come on, last time.
And he was a colonel.
Oh my God.
I don't know why they never.
Oh my
Colonel
God.
don't never come on. Colonel.
Come on, Nero. I'm going back to my side.
Colonel.
Start this shit over.
I'm keeping it rolling. What are you doing?
Come on.
I'm keeping this rolling. Yes, we are. This is what the people want.
No, it's not.
Yes, they do. They want this shit. So this is what they getting.
No, it's not.
Come on. Tell secrets.
Come on.
Tell them all.
Redo it.
Because the person with no secrets is the most powerful person out there. So tell them.
Come on. That was a rough one. Again.
Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood.
What was the last word you said here?